Hi guys, it's Numistacker here, and I've received so many comments on this weak D Indian head that I thought I would make a video just on this coin and explain a little bit about the background and relevance to this coin, because a lot of people collect these $2.50 Indian head coins, and the 1911D is the key coin in the series. So this coin had about 55,000 minted, but it is said and apparent that relatively few of these were saved. So there are very, very few of these 1911D coins about. A lot of the coins, I'm assuming, are still out there to be discovered in the same way as my coin was discovered. So if you do have a 1911 and you can't see a D mint mark, then it's worth taking a look at the coin and just checking on a few key things. Quite often with this coin, you will not be able to see in any way the D mint mark where it normally is, at least with the naked eye, although apparently with a 10 times loop you can often see an outline of it. So if you can't see a D mint mark, then take a look at some of the other telltale things. One of the biggest telltale signs is that there is a wire rim that shows between 12 o'clock and 5 o'clock on the obverse due to a misaligned die. And I think very few dies were used to make the 1911D. So this particular misalignment is seen on pretty much all of the 1911D coins and not seen on any of the regular 1911Ds. And here you can see in detail how that misalignment and how that wire rim shows. So if you have one of those marks on yours, then you may have a 1911D. So let's take a look at the census, and you can see that the average grade for the 211 coins that have been discovered so far is a 55, and mine is a 55. And you can see that they then tail off quite quickly. So there's relatively few coins, about 35 coins that are actually recorded as higher grades. Compared to the 1911 D strong D, which is most of the 1911Ds, you can see that a lot of those are in slightly better condition and worth a lot more money. But the auction prices for the 1911D weak D, even in a 55 grade, are usually over $2,250, up to $3,500, and a lot of those sales were quite some time ago, which means that current sales could even be potentially a little bit higher than that. So now you know a little bit more of the background and what to look for. Let's take a look at the coin that I've just had back from NGC, which thankfully their experts, eagle-eyed, managed to work out was actually a 1911D coin. So, you know, unless you're looking for something, it pretty much looks the same as any other 1911 coin, particularly because you can't really see the D mint mark, which is the first thing you'd normally look for. So unless you know what you're looking for, you may not even understand that you have actually got something which is a rarity. So if you do have a 1911 regular coin, go and take a look at the top, at the top of the rim between 12 and 5, and see if you can see any signs of that wire rim. So let's kind of zoom in on mine and see. You can see, even without very much of magnification, that this die misalignment is there on the top, and it's not something you really look for necessarily unless you knew what you had. So, but it is very, very visible, and only something which is shown on that particular coin. There's also some other kind of marking on the reverse apart from the D, which is some kind of scallop, but I'm not exactly 100% sure what I'm looking for. I think it's just over the word states, but I'm not, maybe one of you guys can tell me exactly what that should look for on that particular side. But on the obverse, it's pretty obvious that there's a wire rim caused by this die misalignment, and it shows up pretty clearly. In terms of the actual grading, you can see there's quite a bit of rubbing on the top of the headdress, so you can see that the top of the coin was quite well circulated, and I suspect that the AU55 grading that they gave it was actually pretty accurate. So taking a look at this coin a little bit more, you can see there is a telltale sign over the word states at the top on the reverse, and then you've got on the obverse the wire rim that goes all the way down between 12 and 5 o'clock, and sometimes you will be able to see a faint outline of the letter D where the mint mark should be as well. So I hope that's been interesting and a valuable lesson, and I hope that any of you who collect $quarter Indians are now going through your collection, and hopefully somebody else on YouTube will find that they've got one of these amazingly rare coins and have it graded by NGC, and then we can see that in a video as well. So thanks very much guys for watching. Please like, please sub, and let me know what you think of the 1911D.